Welcome to Think About It Reviews, and I am Dan the Man, aka Daniel's son. I'm sorry, and you know what? Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Even though we're already like in the fifth, I was battling a fever. I'm still a little bit sick, as you can tell. Hang on. A little bit sick, but I said I got to give the people what they want, and that's more reviews, more videos. I got to keep this thing going, this gravy train going to the new year. It's 2015, and I got to see over the weekend Angelina Jolie's movie. She directed it herself, Unbroken. Now I know this movie is a little bit older. It's been out for I believe at least 2 weeks, 2 weeks or at least a week. It's doing really good on the box office. So I watched over the weekend, and here is my thoughts on it. I thought the cast of this film was really, they did a great job. It was really well done. You got I think his name is Jack, excuse me, Jack O'Connell. Domhnall Gleeson was in this. Jay Courtney was in this. He wasn't in it. He was okay. Even Dandy from American Horror Story was in this. We had Garrett Hoodlum who was in this. I mean, there was like quite a bit of people that I didn't realize were in this film, but they were. We have Jack O'Connell who plays Louis. Louis is an Olympic medalist that's, in the war, World War II. Excuse me. Yes, and his life, I mean, throughout, we see some flashbacks of going in and out from his days as a runner, because he was a track star, and then going back into the war, being stranded out of ocean after his plane goes down, then getting captured and being brought into the prison camps, like you see in the trailers. I thought the movie's pacing was okay. It was a little bit, it kind of rocked a little bit. It wasn't smooth transaction through beginning to end. I thought the flashbacks were unnecessary to go in and out. It really took you out of the movie. I thought the flashbacks maybe should have been used in the very beginning, not flashbacks at all, but going from his childhood and just straight on to the present or the situation he was in. So the flashbacks, there's not too many. There's about two. It took me out of it a little bit, though. I thought it was somewhat a little bit kind of too, hooray, 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 a little, not, I guess you could say a little bit of cheese factors in some moments, especially towards the end, trying to get the crowd to stand on their feet and go, yes, you could do it, you could do it. I thought that was a little bit, it could have been toned down a little bit, just a little bit, but all in all, I mean, I see people not having a problem with that. I thought the really compelling part of this movie, though, is when him and his two other buddies, who's played by also Dandy and Mr. Gleason, who plays his friend Phil, basically they're stranded in the ocean, and it's only three of them, and they're in a lifeboat, and now it becomes a survivalist story. You got sharks, you got weather, they need to eat, they need to find some things to eat. Like at one point they kill a shark. That was pretty awesome. I mean, I thought that was a very riveting part of the movie. It definitely really got you thinking, who's going to survive and who's going to die. We know that probably Louis not going to die because we haven't made it to the prison camp yet. But it was just very intriguing, very tense moments during that whole little segment. Maybe too long in that point of the story where they were stranded, because they were stranded for a lot of days, and then they got captured by the prison camp. So maybe they just Angelina Jolie focused on that particular story a little bit too long. I think that's a problem with this movie, that there was a lot of things going on with not that much time to tell it. It really felt long, and in some parts it really felt dragging. Like the tracking thing, though, was really cool to see, see that this was an Olympic. He was really a star. I really didn't need the Olympic side of the things. Maybe just to quit. It didn't need to go on for as much as it is. It is part of him, Louis, as the character, but I felt like Angelina Jolie could have told that a little bit more neater, a little bit more exciting. I just didn't really felt. I didn't really felt engaged when his Olympics accolades were shown in the beginning of the film. The prison camp scene. I thought the prison camp scenes were great. Sometimes were kind of dragging because sometimes it was a repeat where basically they're doing the same damn thing. But this guy who was playing the bird, Mr. Watanabe, I don't know his name on here, but the guy who played him, excellent job. He made me hate this guy so much. This guy Watanabe was a bratty, selfish, spoiled. Just he was a dick. This guy, I hated this guy in the movie. I wish he got his come ups. He just was an asshole, especially to Louis. I thought that was a great intense moments between Louis and him. Some towards the very end though, it does get a little bit cheesy. So that kind of brought it down a little bit, but. All in all, Unbroken is not going to be the greatest war movie you'll ever see, but I think you will enjoy it. It is a little bit long. It does lag in some places. There is a little bit too much into it, but all in all, it was a great experience to see. It was just great to see another kind of war type film on the big screen. I don't think we get enough of these. It's great to see, a story like Louis, because this is based off a true story. This is a true story, and it was great to see the real. You see the real person towards the end of the film. To see the pictures and this and that. It's a good story of Louis. It just I believe. Like I said, there's some things that could have been worked on for the overall film, but overall, I definitely recommend Louis. I definitely recommend Unbroken. It's a great flick to go check out. I think it really is going to generate to the elderly people, but I think not all ages, but towards the older demographic, I think you'll really enjoy it. If you really enjoy stories about a specific person during the war that is like Olympian or something like that, I think you really like this film. Now, if you don't want to watch this and you want to save your good hard-earned money, I have to recommend Fury. Fury is out on DVD. Go check out Fury. It's definitely a different aspect of the war with the tanks. I thought that was really cool seeing these tanks. I don't think I've seen a war film that views you can see all aspects of how these tanks work, how the people who operated tanks felt during the war. So Fury, even though I said I didn't recommend it in theaters because of the special effects is horrible, I do recommend you watching it on DVD or Redbox. That movie, so that's a recommendation for if you don't want to go pay that full admission price for Unbroken. Also, you know what? It seems like Angelina Jolie did borrow a lot of her directorial eye and cinematography from Mr. Clint Eastwood. So it's very interesting too. Yeah, this movie looked like a Clint Eastwood movie, but it wasn't. It was Angelina Jolie, and I think Angelina Jolie learned from Clint Eastwood when she was with, I forgot what that one film was with where she plays a mother whose child's missing. That's a great film, but it got me thinking if there's also another movie that is somewhat similar tone as Unbroken. So if you don't want to see Unbroken, go rent and go buy, because it's probably cheap, either Letters of Iwo Jima or Flags of Our Fathers. That's a great film. It definitely has that same tone and grittiness as Unbroken. It's very inspirational as Unbroken. So I recommend Letters of Iwo Jima, Flags of Our Fathers, or if you want to check something newer out, Fury. Those are my 3 recommendations if you don't want to see Unbroken. But if you have a chance, go to the cinema and check out Unbroken. It's actually a pretty good. I enjoyed the flick. It's an enjoyable flick. I think you'll come out of it really inspired too. So check that out. And thank you guys for listening. If you like this video, please push the like button and please subscribe for more. Also, that's all I got pretty much. So like I said, grab a seat, make sure you got some good popcorn to eat. See you at the cinema, guys.